This is a certified hood classic.
Off the rip, I didn't even know that they did another XXL freestyle, bruh. And I ain't gonna lie, when I seen the video, it says no one cares about XXL Freshmen anymore. Here's why. And I think I already know. It's just because, bro, every year they have been getting worse. And I don't get me wrong, there's some great freestyles. There's some things that's anticipated. There's some things that was dope. Not everybody can give a great freestyle, and you know, not everybody can work with other people on the beat. I get that. I understand that. But what I'm trying to say is every year it seems to get more weird, more weirder. If you go look at the old freshman shit, them niggas was going in. Nowadays it's weird. So look, man, we getting ready to check this out. Y'all do your boy a favor, man. Hit the like button. Go down below. Subscribe to your boy. If you're new, man, we turn it up over on this new page, man. Come turn up with us, man. Make sure you leave a comment. I'm responding to all the comments, man. I love y'all. Without further ado, let's get started, man.
XXL is a very popular magazine in the hip-hop space, but they're especially known for their annual freshman classes. Every year, they release a list of 10 artists that are on them.
See, like, look at them, man. You got Trippie Redd, you got Block Boy, you got the nigga that J. Cole beef with, man. You got you know what I'm saying? You got TK. I know it's not split, bro. I'm just saying, bro. Every year it started to get more weird. Do you get what I'm saying? Like the look of it just got more weird, bro.
Rise, doing all sorts of content with them, but people have always gravitated towards
G Herb. Oh yeah, now that's cool.
And
that was cool.
Generated a lot of buzz.
21 Savage, Lil Uzi, Kodak Black, nigga, that was cool as hell, bro.
It seems like people's interest is dwindling. Since 2016, the views on the ciphers in particular have gone down 98%. Just recently, they released the 2023 ciphers, and it has been met with a lot of negative reception. So after looking into it, I've come up with 3 reasons as to why interest in XXL has declined over the years.
The artist?
To understand, we have to go way back to when XXL was just a small magazine. In 1997, Reggie Dennis, Robert Marriott, and James Bernard started XXL. These 3 were all previously editors from The Source, which was another magazine in the hip-hop space. For a while, XXL lived in the shadow of The Source, and the 2 magazines even had some beef. They also actually had some beef with Eminem, who was upset at them because they said they don't do articles on white rappers. But after he blew up, they did a story on him saying he was a culture vulture and a KKK member. So
all right, bro. I don't believe that shit about Eminem. I think if anybody can appreciate hip-hop, he is one of the people that do it right. That really appreciate hip-hop, and he gave us a classic-ass movie, 8 Mile, still one of my favorite hip-hop movies, bro, next to Hustle and Flow, bro. And I say that respectfully, and I also say that seriously, next to Hustle and Flow, not before, not after, next. Okay, all right, so it's Hustle and Flow, and then it's 8 Mile. Okay, I'm sorry. You know, thinking about it, my bad, bro. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
Hilarious lines. Funnily enough, XXL actually
it is what it is,
to the diss by putting Eminem on the cover of one of their magazines, which is pretty crazy. Anyways, the first issue that XXL ever released was a double cover with Master P and Jay-Z. In the early 2000s, XXL began reaching higher heights and becoming a much more important magazine in the hip-hop community. They had made up with Eminem and sort of began to replace The Source in popularity. Paul Cantor of Medium.com said that by the time he started writing for XXL in 2004, things were booming. Meanwhile, the internet was becoming much more popular, and by 2007, there were a ton of blogs in the hip-hop space popping up. XXL was on top of things, though, and created a website to publish articles very quickly. They were able to maintain relevance through this quick adaptation. Then,
not even thinking about it, man, back in the day, you would have to go, like, there wasn't Instagram, you know what I'm saying? There wasn't all of that shit. We did have MySpace, Bebo, Black Planet, all this stuff like that, but there wasn't a whole lot of places where you could just go find your celebrity and see, like, pictures of them, high quality, looking good. When people did pictures like that, when they got photo shoots, that was for magazines and album covers and stuff like that, and archives and shit like that. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? I can see why they were pretty big, and I'm glad they did transition.
In 2008, after almost 9 years of working there, the chief editor of XXL, Elliot Wilson, was let go from the company, but not before leaving behind a crucial idea.
Damn.
Elliott, along with his staff, came up with the iconic annual freshman class list, which would be what XXL is best known for today. Elliott Wilson and the rest of the staff at XXL released the first issue of the freshman class in 2007.
Man, that's fucked up, bro. They always try to let you go. You start some shit on your own, you do some shit. Well, not on your own, but I'm saying you start some shit, you do something, then they try to let you go, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why you can't fucking work. And shout out to my boy, because I know he's doing his thing. But that's why you working for big businesses, man, you can't get them all your good ideas, bro. They want ideas out of you. They gonna pay for ideas out of you, but they don't underpay you, and they not gonna value you, then they'll let you go and shit like that.
The current chief editor of XXL said that they were tired of putting the same faces and big artists on their covers, so they wanted to showcase newer artists on the scene. The 2007 class featured artists like Lupe Fiasco, Boosie, Plies, and more.
Oh, this is legendary, boy. Gorilla Zoe, Plies. Lupe Fiasco, bro. Oh shit, Boosie on that motherfucker, bro. What's my boy name? Throw some D's on it, Rich Boy.
The first freshman class was simply a magazine with no extra online content, as they were just kind of getting into the digital world. In 2008, they didn't release a freshman class issue, likely because Elliott Wilson left that year. Then in 2009, Vanessa Satin became the chief editor of XXL, and she was clearly invested in all of the different mediums of content that XXL
losing a lot of weight, ain't she?
And you've got to double up on content. You've got to be able to do content for a daily basis and then for a monthly basis. What you do for a website is a whole different thing than what you do for a magazine.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying, sweetheart. You ain't lying.
Treat the content differently.
No,
so
straight up.
Be familiar with what you're.
She's smart.
And for what audience your audiences are, based on whether it's the magazine or the website, because they can be the same audience or they can be different.
So likely under her direction in the 2009
look at all these people, boy.
They put out much more content.
Corey Guns,
they put out 3 covers with different artists like Wale, B.O.B.,
that's good.
Kid Cudi, and more. However, it was also the first year where they released a cappella freestyles with each artist. They also released a freestyle with Asher Roth, Charles Hamilton, and Mickey Fax, who were actually freestyling, going back and forth, having fun, with a beat playing in the background.
Like I told him, so go ahead and handle it.
Yo, hats off to Ash Roth. Now it's time for me to blast off Astronaut.
Kid Cudi even popped in for a quick bar. And while it wasn't technically the first cypher, it essentially set the foundation for what would happen in the coming years. Following that, in 2010, they had one of their best freshman classes ever that would really set a precedent going forward. Vanessa had stated in interviews that they wanted to get artists that were set to blow and show a lot of longevity, without them having a debut.
But I'll be in that freshman class, gonna get your school book. Girl, give me brains so you know I'm about to pass. Everybody see it, man. I'm looking at her ass. Go on, girl, shake it real fast. I don't even know what the hell a nigga saying, but you know, man, if I spit it, they gonna be paying. I don't know. Oh, shit. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, man, I haven't rapped in a while. A little dusty.
Studio album out with a record label.
I'm a little dusty.
Also mentioned that the freshman class
I gotta get back in my music, y'all. What the fuck?
Opinions about which artists are
this is making me want to get back in my music.
Entirely objective or voted in by fans. So with that in mind, I think XXL was right on the money when they chose artists like J. Cole, Nipsey Hussle, Wiz Khalifa, Freddie Gibbs, J-Rock, and many more for the 2010 freshman class. As far as content goes, they released the magazine along with the a cappella freestyles with each artist. The next year, XXL would make another significant change that would become quite iconic in years to come, and that was the release of the freshman ciphers. The 2011 class featured plenty of great picks like Mac Miller, Lil B, Kendrick Lamar, YG, and Meek Mill.
I like that. Kendrick Lamar.
Like roundtable interviews.
The XXL freshman cover is that one thing that you always strive for when you start really getting serious, when you like always would get the cover and you'd be like, one day maybe I'm gonna be on there, and it's just wild to actually be on there.
Right. You know what I mean? Because we come
smoking a cig in this whole place is crazy as hell.
Coming up, we look at this magazine, you know what I mean? Just the shit. We gotta jump on it, and to even be in it and then be on it, that's amazing.
And of course,
a lot of West Coast right there.
The XXL freshman list became a staple in hip-hop culture, signifying that an artist was on the come-up and was up next.
Why did he take his shirt off?
And were pretty accurate with
Put
their
your shirt back on,
XXL
nigga.
was also a very popular magazine by this time, so the freshman list had some extra credibility.
If you are nominated to be on this cover, that's like a form of acclamation saying that you're on your way up the ladder.
They were so popular and important that people would argue every single year over who should have made the list. And the controversy really helped the list become even more popular.
Personally, I'm going to speak my mind.
Please.
I think a lot of the motherfuckers on the list is corny as
Some lists were definitely better than others, but XXL was fairly accurate and was able to pick artists that would have longevity. In 2012, they had picks like Future, Danny Brown, French Montana.
They low-key predict a lot of good, cool shit, bro. They got Hospin. Nigga, hold on, boy. I've never seen this list, bro. Like, hold on, man. They got MGK. They got Kid Ink. That's crazy. This list right here is crazy. Yeah, boy, they got a lot. Is that Roscoe Dash at the bottom? Don Tripp at the top? I didn't even see him.
MGK, and more. They also introduced the ability for fans to vote for the 10th spot winner, who in 2012 was Iggy Azalea. 2013 was stacked with artists like Schoolboy Q, Joey Badass, Ab Soul, Logic, Travis Scott, and even Chief Keef. Chief Keef actually couldn't make the shoot since he was in jail, so they had to edit him into the cover. In 2014, XXL featured freshmen such as Chance the Rapper, Lil Bibby, Ty Dolla $ign, Kevin Gates, Lil Durk, Isaiah Rashad, and more. Another fun fact is that XXL had also been releasing mixtapes with these artists from 2010 to 2014, and I'm not sure why they stopped, but I think it'd be really cool if they brought it back. Also in 2014,
they not really, you know what, people who taking over the scene for that is like DJ Khaled, Metro, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these producers have taken over that mixtape kind of thing. Like, I look at a producer's album as a mixtape. I know they're gonna be like, you know, fuck you. But that's how I look at it. I look at it like a mixtape. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's like a high quality mixtape. It's like these, because, you know, mixtapes was really brought on by the fucking, man, like, by the DJs. The DJs had the mixtapes in the early 2000s by the chokeholds, bro. It was so many DJs that was dropping, bro. That was crazy. DJ asshole.
Opting to go fully
talking
digital.
shit.
In 2015, they released the freshman cover with artists like Fetty Wap, Vince Staples, Rory, and
that's when it started to get a little iffy. That's when Vince Staples is cool. This nigga's cool ass person, but that's when it started to get a little iffy, bro.
However,
that's when you start like, all right now.
Would change XXL forever. In 2016, XXL released their freshman class list featuring 21 Savage, Kodak Black,
that's a cold one.
Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Dicky, Anderson .Paak, G Herbo, Dave East, Designer, and the 10th spot winner, Lil Yachty. At first, there were a lot of people who were upset because there weren't as many lyricists on the list like there had usually been. The list was full of a bunch of mumble rappers, if you guys remember that ancient phrase. Regardless, they released the ciphers for these artists.
Now they taking over.
Again, met with many mixed reviews.
Mumble rappers have taken over, and now it just is rappers.
A lot of people at first clowned and made memes about the artists and their ciphers, with people even writing up articles saying it was the worst cipher of all time. If only they knew what was coming. However, something stuck out about this cipher. Of course, I'm referring to the one with 21, Kodak, Denzel, Uzi, and Yachty. You guys know what I'm talking about. They seem to be having a ton of fun. They all had really good chemistry, and the verses were all actually pretty solid. Uzi's verse shouting everyone out, everyone smiling in the background, everyone ad-libbing each other during one another's verses, Kodak making fun of the beat and everyone laughing, and I think everyone had some memorable lines. It was a super fun cipher with amazing chemistry that we don't see.
And he didn't even mention that drama was in the background. Like, I hate it when people don't, you know, they don't mention that shit, bro. Like, you didn't even mention that drama was in the background. That's iconic, bro.
Other ciphers.
Gangsta Grills, man.
I think that come close in this sort of chemistry and
I still want a Gangsta Grills
mixtape. With Kendrick and Lil B, Lil Durk and Ty Dolla $ign cipher, and the one in 2009, which wasn't even really a cipher. Everything from the cipher to the cover for the 2016 class was perfect, especially the tagline, "The New Wave," because after looking back in retrospect, they really were. However, the 2016 freshman class was in some way a double-edged sword. On one hand, it would eventually make people much more interested in the XXL freshman list, hoping that they would see some more fun ciphers and other great content surrounding their favorite artists. But it also brings me with my first reason as to why XXL is declining, and that is because, on the other hand, it likely set people's expectations way too high for what would happen in future ciphers. The chemistry, variety, and overall fun in the 2016 ciphers weren't very common beforehand, and they weren't super common afterwards, leading people to be disappointed with the upcoming ciphers. They also got very lucky with their picks because pretty much everyone from that class went on to have a very successful career, and they haven't really been able to replicate that on most of the more recent classes.
Yeah, but that's not their fault though, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not their fault. Well, it kind of is, kind of not. They pick hot artists, they pick artists that they think will go far, but there's a lot more artists these days. And they're not really talking, like, it's not a lot of artists talking about much. Like, we're banking on a lot of the artists that's been around. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we waiting for artists that's already been around, that's already established. You know what I'm saying? From 2016 and on, bro. People still waiting. People going crazy over Travis Scott dropping. People going crazy. And this, at the time of recording, I'm talking about the time of recording. People still anticipating Kanye West. Like, people like loving the Drake album. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many different things that, like, and then they got, who knows who they got behind them picking people, bro. Like, if they got them BET pickers that be picking BET award.
Regardless, the 2016 ciphers have the most views on average than any other class. Following the hype of the 2016 freshman class, XXL came through again with a lot of solid picks for 2017. Although a handful of artists from that class wouldn't go on to be as big as the
but they had XXX,
they still
though.
featured people like X, Amine, Playboy Cardi, and others. At the time, though, these artists were super hot, and these ciphers became the second most viewed on average out of all of the others. X's cipher in particular went viral after his interesting verse. Aside from that, though, this class and these ciphers were a lot of fun. However, in 2018, the freshman class would highlight yet another issue that I think is causing people to lose interest in XXL. One thing that had become much more evident in ciphers with artists like Fetty Wap, Designer, Cardi, and now most of the 2018 class is that rap is changing. A lot of artists are less reliant on lyricism and instead focus on production, vocals, and melodies to make a good track. This is very evident in Pump, Black Boy, and Perp's cipher. They were having a lot of fun and had great chemistry, but they weren't good at all. They all did see success in their careers though, because their strengths were in their ability to write catchy hooks and rely heavily on their production. As Medium.com says, if they really want to get things right, and if they really want to be relevant and respectful of modern music, XXL magazine needs to do what responsible leaders do when traditions become archaic and outdated. They need to highlight the talents of the artist past only lyricism. And this is a really good point because a lot of artists nowadays in the rap scene aren't as reliant on lyricism as previous rappers were. Of course, I can't ignore Jid and Ski's cipher as they both had great verses and are much better fit for a cipher, but the rest I can't say the same about.
I like that.
A solid freshman class too with
Meg the Baby, Gunna. I mean, all right, so Gunna, Meg and the Baby. Meg and the Baby probably was the most. Oh no, what's that dude name in the middle, bro? I forgot his name. Him right there. I think he cold too, bro. He cold. I know Roddy Ricch got some bars. He cold too. I don't know his name, but I heard some of his music. But Meg probably the strongest on the list, though. I ain't even gonna fake it.
Artists like Corday, Megan Thee Stallion.
Next freshman cipher, it's gonna be nothing but females, bro.
Rico Nasty,
it's gonna be nothing but females.
However, a few artists on this list like Blueface, Lil Mosey, and YK Osiris helped demonstrate the idea that ciphers don't work out for every artist. The 2020 list was also very solid, featuring artists like Polo G, Jack Harlow, NLE Choppa, Rod Wave, and
NLE Choppa.
The ciphers
cool.
were actually pretty good, and even
bro cool too.
Very well. I
bro
don't
cool
think
too.
anyone really even had a bad verse. The beats were catered to them, and it was a really good class. It was actually the last round of ciphers to average 10 million or more views, and from there, it would be downhill. Following the 2020 freshman class, views on the ciphers and overall interest began to decline. In 2021, the class featured artists like Ian Dior, 42 Dugg.
Who is on here, bro? Ah, damn. Damn, boy. Man, you got my boy DDG on here. DDG solid, bro. Pooh Shiesty solid, bro. Moray, he had a great hit song. Oh,
Doug,
man.
Pooh Shiesty, and others. These ciphers
Pooh Shiesty was cool.
75%
DDG is a good artist. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, bro. Y'all niggas be wild.
In 2022, the freshman class featured Babytron, Saucy Santana, Sofego, Nardo Wick, and more. This class, again, wasn't terrible, but it wasn't as good compared to the previous classes, and had even less views on average than the previous year. And now we get to this year's freshman class, which has been facing a ton of criticism. The class had artists like Glorilla, Central C, La Tyler, and more. The announcement video had less views than any other announcement video before. All you gotta do is look at the like ratios and the comments to get an idea of how fans are feeling. And I think I've come up with a reason for this lack of interest. So my third and final reason for the decline of XXL is because rap in general is kind of getting stale. Now before you get mad at me, hear me out real quick. At first I was gonna say that picks recently have been weak, but then I thought, who else could they really pick? A lot of big artists to come out recently like Yeet or Ice Spice have declined XXL, so there really weren't too many other options. No matter who.
I mean, but golly, bro, Ice Spice though, on it, I'm just being honest, bro. I'm being real here. I'm not saying that she don't make good music. I'm not saying she don't make music for the women that she needs to make music for, bro. Music is an expression. You make music for who you need to make music for. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to relate with an Ice Spice as much as I might relate with, you know what I'm saying, I don't know, bro, Pooh Shiesty or something, you know what I'm saying, or J. Cole or something, or, you know, I'm going to relate more to them, a grown-ass man. But I'm just saying, even in that realm, I can see a Glorilla. You hear me? I can see her coming with some good-ass lyrics, and I've been like, okay, she coming with lyrics though. She is talking that shit. Voice a little deep, but she coming with lyrics though. I don't see Ice Spice really coming with lyrics for a cypher, so I could see her declining it. You see what I'm saying? That's just me being honest.
There aren't a lot of artists right now that are going to blow up to a big mainstream level, and that's not even the artist's fault. Recently, rap has been declining statistically. An article from Billboard states that rap has slightly dipped in its musical market share, as other genres like rock and country have been growing quite a bit. And of course, I'm not trying to make this stupid argument that rap is dead like I've seen a lot of other outlets do. I just think there aren't.
Rap ain't dead, bro. Rap can never be dead. Nigga, it's about life, bro. It's about life. It's about struggle. It's about pain. It's about happiness. But all of this, everybody getting put on and all of this shit, the art of rap is dying. It's becoming more R&B shit. Motherfuckers want to sing more. And I don't care. Like, it is what it is. I want to sing more. I love melodies and sounds too. But at the same time, bro, real rap, bro, even real hood shit is not even what it used to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I stay in St. Louis, bro. I live in St. Louis. A lot of the St. Louis rappers sound like Chicago rappers. A lot of Chicago rappers got good names, but they killing each other because the rap that they do is drill music. You know what the fuck drill music is? That's music you ride to when you go ride down on niggas, bro. When you going to kill somebody, you ride and you listen to music. That's the music. Bro, I mean, shit. Nigga, you got all these dope-ass artists, then they dead the next year, bro. Or they in jail, you can't even make no more music. So now all the good artists is locked up or dead. Then all the real niggas is locked up or dead, killed by a fake nigga. Then, look, I don't know. See, when you talk about hip-hop is a blessing and a curse within itself. It's not no other genre that can fuck with hip-hop or can fuck up hip-hop more than hip-hop can fuck up hip-hop. And that just goes down to the black community. It is not, black people always like to blame white people for shit. Bro, it ain't white people's fault that black people killing other black people. It's our fault. You might have been able to say that when slavery, but at this point in time, bro, and this is not a racial thing. I don't want to fucking get comments. I'm not replying to any comments about racial shit about black people and white people. It's not about that. I'm just saying, when I'm talking about black people in general, which started hip hop, when I'm talking about hip hop and where it's going now, it's been way too glamorized for violence. It's been way too glamorized for overly blinged out expensive shit. Niggas will go and buy an iced out Rollie that has no fucking value. Once you put the diamonds inside of a Rolex, nigga, the Rolex don't cost shit no more. They will go buy an iced out Rollie and think that shit look cool and cute and shit, the rollie done lost values. It got a whole bunch of holes in it. You go around, you stunting around people that don't give a fuck, that don't really care, just to press some niggas that want to kill you, some bitches that just want to fuck with you because you got money and you're hot at that point in time. I'm just saying, bro, that's what rap has become. And then the good music is about music that niggas killing each other. And then once that people put out their music and the vibe changes and somebody actually dies, everybody's rest in peace, rest in peace, rest in peace. Then they say artists like J. Cole is boring. I'm like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? That's why the bullshit right now is dying the way it's supposed to. The real, what like Drake said, no, like in the beginning of the Drake song, the real music is here, it's gonna last, bro. All that other bullshit is here today and it's gonna be gone tomorrow, bro.
Many new artists blowing up to a mainstream level.
I'm sorry for the rant, but this is what it is, bro.
#1 this year was 6 months in from Lil Uzi Vert, which kind of demonstrates the fact that artists who were previously successful will still pull numbers. But there aren't just as many new guys doing that. In the early 2010s, you had scenes with artists like Mac Miller, Kendrick, Drake, J. Cole, and others blowing up. In the mid-2010s, you had the SoundCloud era with Uzi, Cardi, X, Juice WRLD, and people like that blowing up. And in the late 2010s, we had people like Roddy, Polo G, DaBaby, and others blowing up. But this decade, I'd argue that we haven't really seen any scenes like that blowing up to a mainstream level. Of course, there are little pockets like Detroit rap, the opium sound, the drill sound, but there really hasn't been one scene that's taken over the mainstream. And that's perfectly okay. I'm not blaming the artists or the community or the fans. I think that things need to get a little bit stagnant so that people want to hear something new. So I'm really just saying all this to dissuade hate from the newer artists on the new covers. I don't think the freestyles were bad. I think a lot of them make pretty good music. I just think the whole genre as a whole isn't as interesting to mainstream listeners as it has been. Of course, I'm sure this will change. I think rap is going to be
was Moneybagg Yo ever on one of these, bro? Because he should have been.
The top dog genres, just as it has been for the last few decades, and I think it'll be like that for quite a while. So in my opinion, because of the high standards set in 2016, the outdated style of ciphers in general, and the overall disinterest in the rap scene from mainstream listeners, is why the XXL Freshman list has been on a decline. But like I said, it isn't all bad, and I'm sure a new sound will come out and captivate mainstream fans and bring a whole lot more interest to these artists, and I'm sure that XXL will be on top of it, just like they have been in previous years. Let me know down below in the comments if you disagree with me or if you agree with my take on this, or if maybe you have another possible reason. I don't really do opinionated videos like this. I mean, a lot of it.
Well, you did good, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I think that was a good take on it. I don't not disagree with anything that he said. I think that was a good opinion, bro. Obviously, the things that I'm throwing out are opinions. This is an opinion of, you know what I'm saying? This is August 6th. 2023. Obviously, my opinion 10 years ago would have been completely different, and my opinion 10 years or even 3 years down the line with more research probably could be different from that. This is how I feel right now. This is what we listening to, how me and him feel right now. And then in the comments, and you gonna tell me how you feel, and I want to hear that shit. I want to hear how y'all feel about it. I don't think rap is dying. I just think that people are waking up and they're gonna go back. Rap is heading towards a reset. It's going to be a certain point where it's going to need to be a reset, bro. I'm telling you. And sorry that a lot of the females are starting to pop right now before we had this reset. Because when the reset happened, you're going to get strong-ass artists like J. Cole popping up. And even though he's not necessarily new, he's not old. Even though Drake has been in the game for a long time, and he's one of the greats, he's not new, but he's not really that old. He's old, but he ain't that old. And I mean, literally, physically, I'm talking about in the music space. You know what I'm saying? So, look, y'all, just what do y'all think, bro? What do y'all think? Let me know down below, bro. Hit that like button, man. Love y'all, man. Hey, don't forget, man, over here, we turning the fuck up. Don't forget, over here, we turning the fuck up, bro. We doing a lot of dope stuff over here. So, man, if you got some videos, man, let me see them. Send them if they kind of align with this new channel, man. I'll definitely do them, man. But other than that, time to go to the next video.